Sir William Smith had been mocked. There was no way for him to know the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Just such a excellently well-rounded game. The voice acting, the premise, the actual, like, mechanics, like, what it is that the game is about. Isn't there a note around here? Ouch. There's you. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb to my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20 odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. Are they coming up with this shit on the fly? Oh my god. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. I've read these notes before, but it's been years since I've played The Dark Descent, so... The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Alstad, investigating one of the antiquated trails, when I finally found the cavern. I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetched the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Allstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. So, Agrippa and Johann Weyer, there at the top, are actually both real-life people. They didn't travel to another dimension to, piss off an eldritch Lovecraftian monster, but, I'm pretty sure they were... I don't think alchemy... Is alchemy, like, a real thing? It's not, like, just an anime thing where you, like, resurrect the dead with potions? I think alchemy might be, like, a real science. Anyway, they were real people. I heard someone say that in a video essay once about Amnesia, and I totally bought it. Could be dead wrong, but, like, I think it's cool. The premise that these are real people that Frictional were using. These are fun. Those notes are fun to read for you. Like, read to you, I mean. Because they're not fun to read when I'm just sitting there quiet in my room. Ah! Punched it. What? Chambers of the human skull. Animal experiment. Canis lupus familiaris, 1658, April 12th. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, good. We're recording. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. So, yeah, Alexander tortures animals. I kind of just desecrated the head of a dog, but you know, he killed it first, so I'm in the clear. You know that, right? I wasn't oh god. Hey buddy, are you? Anatomy Frontiers, 1658, January 9th. Further disappointment. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of this energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. Hmm. There's an interesting question that the game... Oh, here we go.
Let's see what you have to offer.
That's fine.
What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Jesus. Hey, I don't like dogs, but that's still kind of fucked up. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath. Yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. It's so cute to see, like, how some of the props that are in these games are literally just the same thing, just shrunk down. And they're, here we go. Flow cycle rod. Elevator machine instructions. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before battling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. Meter should read up 8, down 8. So this is just like literally the cheat sheet for the puzzle in the engine room. So, or machine room. When we have to repair the elevator in order to get deeper into the castle, we're going to deal with that. Derp, derp. You know what I've always wanted to do? I've always wanted to either make a custom map within this game, if I were to ever get it on PC, or make a zombies map. Ugh. Or to make a zombies map of this game. That'd be cool. Have like little gun wall buy stuff. He panted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet had been overturned and Lee collapsed on the floor. He reached for the broken glass door and grabbed all the sedatives he could find. I gotta make sure I read all this. Ugh. Before it disappears, but thankfully, maybe I should calm down because I feel like they're deliberately giving me enough time to do that. You know what? Not yet. We're not gonna head to the machine room yet because we don't have everything. Yeah, I should have left that open so that I would know that it was all there. This is when the game actually starts to pick up a little bit. Professor Taylor was the second death caused by his damned curiosity. The darkness in the storage feels strange and unnatural. It is a little deep of a darkness, isn't it? Good thing we got a lantern. So, kind of like the bunker. Forgive me for that. It's easier and I don't really want to cock anything up. The monsters just despawn, like, forever. Because they're all scripted. There isn't, like, a single non-scripted event that happens in this game regarding the monsters. Regarding explosive mixture, Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosives and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you are ready to go. Good. I'll go and do that now then. Oh, these tinderboxes. God damn. Come on. Ugh, there we go. And now the actual inventory part of this. Whoops. Oh. Makes you wonder, though, why it is that Alexander... why he tortures the stuff. Because, as much of a sick bastard as he is, he doesn't seem to really be doing it for pleasure, like personal entertainment. Good thing we still have this pot to be going with the stuff. no monstrosities attack me when I'm doing this.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Sorry about the fades to white. I can't do anything about those. Sorry if it's hard on the eyes. But if you remember that, no, get away from me. That is what we heard in the first episode. Well, I don't want to go to the laboratory yet. I don't know why I almost pronounced it like that.
No! Get away from me!
No, I refuse. Yeah, that one. Curious as to why Daniel would be having a, apparently, flashback with a voice line like that. Rather strange.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Okay. Well, let's not go back in there.
Oh, God, no! Please! I beg you!
How do you, like... How do you die realistically? Like, how do you, like, as an actor, how do you even know how to do that so well? A blood-stained piece of cloth from a young woman's dress. Really? Because that looks like the whole dress to me. Or like half of the dress. In case of a missing rod, see your physician and get like a Viagra prescription or something. If a full set of 3 rods, that was not funny at all, I don't know why I said that. If a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there is 1 rod in the inner study rooms which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. Oh my god. See, this game is almost... I don't know. I think the bunker is easily the scariest Amnesia game that I remember. But, like, it is a strange feeling nowadays to play an Amnesia game and not have a gun. I just want this guy to despawn. I don't know where he is. See, because they run faster than you, you can't outrun. It's just like the beast from the bunker. You can't outrun these things. So these are called the Gatherers, by the way, as monsters. Here we go. Oh, you can tell when the music changes. The monster's gone. You know what? Pretty sure I threw something at you. God. Ugh. No. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god. Strange letter frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort. Yeah,
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
well, who's to say? If my Sims are anything to learn from, you actually can die from embarrassment.
You have an ascending room. Would it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can
Sorry.
view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
He flipped through the Book of Monarchs looking for etchings and counted. Oh, we already seen this one before. We already read through this one. It's nice how the flashback audio still proceeds.
The flicker, the bluish light.
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Interesting. Maybe you should explore that, Daniel. Okay, well let me just... There we go. Oh, Daniel's freaking out, losing his vision over just not being able to have any vision. It was 8, right? Sorry, I'm thinking about how the speedrunners do this. They pick up a box and they flick like 3 up and then 3 down, but it's like that wouldn't work. I can see what the numerics are. Obviously, I'm overthinking this right now. Wait, wait, that's literally what it is. Hold on. That's what it was I was looking at. They pick up the box, they flick them down, and you flick the 3 up, and then you do that, and that's what it was. That's the visual I was thinking of. Sorry about that. I'm sure you probably figured out a few light years before I did. You know, people say that, you know, the Amnesia games need to be more like the Dark Descent. The Dark Descent was, like, so good and creative with all of its resource management. And it's like, no, it's not, like, it's not Resident Evil. Like, what resources am I managing? Oil for a lantern that I don't need to use if I know the layout of the area. I'm never gonna run out of oil to the point where, like, I need the lantern. I keep wanting to press left trigger to throw it instead of left bumper because I'm so used to the bunker. Okay, I think we're good. Just gotta be a good little capitalist and use all the cogs in the machine. You know what I mean? Whoa. Can I do it the last time I did and just throw it on? Yeah, the story for this game, the diary entries are like one of my favorite parts because you get to actually have Daniel's voice actor strut his stuff and make the character more believable while also like entertainingly telling the story of what it is Daniel was up to before you take control of him. I feel like there it is. Yeah, you don't even need to have the thing running with Cole, which is super funny. Wait. Oh, wait. No. I think I forgot something.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject.
Sorry about the machinery in the background.
My knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. Didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle." Signed, Alexander. What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Maybe you could help that Dr. Tate with a chin prescription. Ayo! Ouch. Oh. I don't know if any of you got that reference, but I was quite happy with it. Ah. No. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms.
17th of July.
Here we go.
1939. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Yeah, I bet he would. It's funny that there are like these models of, ouch, of the shadow, like with rocks, but if the shadow was personified by the goopy substance, then like, why is it bringing rocks with it? Even man from the day cast such a terrible shadow. If I think that I'm just rereading ones that are already there. Ugh. No. Ugh. Stop squishing on me. Leave me alone. Ugh. Ugh. There. Ugh. Running a bit. Running a bit. Professor Taylor was the second death caused by his damn curiosity. Tell you what, I'll keep the episode going if this elevator ride runs smoothly. If nothing happens, I'll keep the episode going. I'll stop the episode and anything bad happens. How's that? The morning sun flickered between the pine trees as the carriage approached the castle. A faint memory of reflections repeated itself over and over. Ugh. Get up. Ugh.
Come,
What?
this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Okay. Well, I feel like the prison isn't gonna... I mean, if you know my history with prisons on this channel, it's probably not gonna go very well, so... We'll, see what this is all about next time I see you.